We lost a few subscribers last week.
I reckon. You just keep making up these lists, mate, pissing everyone off.
Do you know how many we lost?
How many?
67.
Jesus, 67. Welcome to episode 68 of the Under-Season Barbecue Show.
We've put that behind us.
Yeah, that's it. But next week, all our generation are going to be real happy.
It's going to be a great episode. Let's see who's doing the intro this week.
My name is Camilo Ortega. I am from Panama. I am the owner of first gastronomic magazine in Latin America focused on barbecue, smoke, and grill. At this time, I want to send a big hug and greetings to my friends from Under Season in Australia, Under Season Barbecue Podcast. Hey, wait. Remember to comment, like, share in all the networks, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, OnlyFans, all the network for you guys, Under Season Live Podcast. We see you soon.
That was awesome. So he is the owner of the first barbecue magazine in Latin America called BBQ Life News. It's a culinary magazine for grilling. They share knowledge and real-life barbecue experience.
Sick.
Pretty cool, eh?
Really cool.
They're focused on Chile, Argentina, and Mexico. And if you can read Spanish, this is the magazine you should check out.
Bloody oath.
You can find a link to the magazine on their Instagram at BBQ Life News. So go check them out.
Yeah, super cool.
It's a cool little photo shoot they had going there too.
Yeah, real cool.
What is in this episode?
So this week we're delving into smoked dressings, the reality of owning a barbecue business, and the triumphant return of Guess the Price.
I love that. We haven't done it for ages.
We haven't. And I reckon if you go back and watch the old ones, they'd be completely blown out of the water the way inflation's been going.
Yeah, you probably guessed it was too expensive, but it's not anymore.
No, you'd be hoping that was the figure.
Let's move on and get started with the episode. This is our dishes of the week, and this one was posted by RK5280. It's a photo of some brisket, and he titled it, "How Did We Do?" How did we do?
You know how you did.
I'm getting sick of these, right? I'm getting real sick of them. You know damn well how you did.
Yeah, you did really fucking well, mate.
You did great. But there's a little clue in that photo there, and if you zoom in the background there's a book open.
Yeah, it looks like a bit of a how-to going on.
It does. It looks like a bit of a cheat sheet.
Ooh.
So in the background there, if I'm not mistaken, that's the Goldie's cookbook, and he did say that this was his first ever try at this method.
Yeah, right.
He said he cooked it on a Franklin offset pit for 12 hours over red oak, seasoned with pepper, table salt, just a bit of water for a binder. And he says the key is paying attention to your fire. And other than that, it's not very hard. That's what he says.
Yeah, right.
So if you're at home and you don't have the Goldie's cookbook, as far as I know, this is as far as I know, I don't have it either. You typically cook it between 250 to 275 F. Watch your temps. Don't spritz. Let it go all the way to probe tender. You're not wrapping.
Yeah, right.
Not spritzing. And at about 195 to 203 internal, you smother it in beef tallow. You then immediately double wrap it in heavy aluminium foil and then place it into a holding oven at 145 F for 12 to 15 hours.
Yeah, right. So any juices that you're potentially losing through that naked cook, you're reinvigorating into with the wrap.
I think it's debatable that you lose any juices in the first place.
Well,
I just think they might dry out within the brisket somehow, but when you add all that tallow and it sucks it all back in, I don't know. But obviously the proof's in the pudding. This is brisket as good as it gets, and this is someone who cooked it at home.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's as good as any Texas brisket.
It looks like it. The bark is, I mean, for the fact that it's only a salt and pepper and water seasoned, the bark is impeccable.
So, look, that's my knowledge of the Goldie's method. I wouldn't trust me, but the pictures speak for themselves. Go get the cookbook because, yeah, that is sensational brisket.
That's it. And if you're a tight ass, just Google it and print it.
Now, one thing, though, to point out that someone was critical of, his name was Josh McTavish, and in the comments he said, the gloves weren't black. The meat wasn't squeezed. -2 points, he says.
Ooh. I wonder if he said at the start, do you want to up your barbecue flavor game?
That's what you got to say in the front of every influencer recipe video about barbecuing.
Oh,
Dan.
the new wave, and they hold the little mic right up to their face. It's just like, yeah, cool.
Anyway, blue gloves, straight to jail.
Oh, straight to jail, mate. We don't even wear those in the tattoo shop. They're for the dentists and surgeons.
Nurse assistants.
Yeah, that's it.
Next, what does this look like to you?
This looks like a beautifully executed porchetta roast.
Ah, but it's not. It was sent to us by the Hairy Smoker Barbecue, and it's actually a lamchetta. This is lamb.
Ooh, oh yeah, there's a bit of red meat creeping around the side there. But yeah, first glance, you can be forgiven for thinking it was pork.
Yeah, I mean, it looks just like it, right? So it's a whole lamb belly with the loin, and he used some Meredith dairy goat's cheese with garlic, preserved lemon, harissa, and some rosemary. That's what he wrapped it in.
There's a little bit of a Tassie icon on that jar of preserved lemon there. So, yeah, some good Tassie produce shining through.
So then he rolled it and he tied it, and it went for a spin for about an hour and a half at 140C for the first hour and 20 minutes. And then he opened up all the vents for the last 10 minutes to get some heat into it.
Yes, the beauty of doing a lamb one too is it doesn't need to be cooked all the way through. It can still be medium rare and safe.
Yeah, but he does say he should have let it go at the higher temp for another 5 minutes to get a bit more crisp on that skin. And if I was being critical, that would be the only thing I would say too. It just probably needed a little bit of higher heat to kind of char up that outside, but the inside looks great.
Almost higher heat at the start too to sort of set that crackle, so to speak. I mean, that's what they do with the pork, don't they? So, I mean, you can set and render the fat down with a little bit of heat at the start, and then that's almost going to insulate the meat.
Well, I think that's the big debate with all proteins, right? Do you get the crust at the beginning or do you get it at the end? Do you get the crackle at the beginning or do you get it at the end? So he's gone the other way around here. I don't know. I think he's done a great job still.
I think he's nailed it.
So it might need a few tweaks, but I think he's onto a winner here. Congratulations. That's a first for the show. It's a lamb cheddar from the Hairy Smoker Barbecue. Go and give him a follow on Instagram.
Bloody oath.
Rightio. Videos of the week. Now, this one made me laugh, and God, I hope it makes you laugh. It's two parts. You ready? For the first part, it was posted by Puff Shack Barbecue. They are based in St. Charles, Illinois. Let's watch.
Puff Shack Barbecue, we make our own sausages. These are our new 2 cheese.
I literally think that hit me in the eyeball.
What did she say?
You literally hit me in the eyeball. So he's got the pop happening, and the poor girl holding the cameras copped it right in the specs.
So it's a 2 cheese sausage stuffed with cheddar and white American cheese. They say it's absolutely cheesy and delicious, but is this too much cheese?
For me, it is.
Yeah, there's a lot of cheese in that sausage.
Yeah.
But having said that, it seems to be a big thing now where people snap sausages and the cheese comes out, and part of me is like, oh, I want to eat it, but the other part of me is like, it's too much.
Yeah, but also we left the snap in 2025, mate, so it's all about the vertical slice. We know that by now, but yeah, that's still spectacular.
Well, this next video might redeem him here, and these are his jalapeno and cheese sausages, so not the double cheese, but a jalapeno and cheese. Let's watch.
Back to Puff Shack Barbecue, we got a fresh batch of jalapeno cheddar sausages. Let's check the snap on them.
Damn. Oh, that was a little more than expected.
She's absolutely down for the cause.
She's taken one for the team there to get the stats up on the gram, and that was hilarious.
You're going to smell like cheese for a while, eh? Like, it's going to get in the pores and everything, but yeah.
So what happened?
That's cool. Well, basically, she copped more than just a blob in the eye this time around. She's worn a whole bucket of cheddar by the look of that.
It's a cheese khaki.
It literally is. I hope it's his missus.
Now, you sent this one in to me, and it was posted by Delago Restaurant, and you're going to talk me through what's happening here.
So basically, we've got when you get down to the end of your bag and you make yourself a bit of a bucket bong device here, but these guys have moved the goalposts and they're using all that smoke. They're now filling that, looks like a nice olive oil in there with all that smoke still in there. So I guess they've made smoked olive oil for a salad dressing, but I honestly just thought it was some guys ripping some cones, but you seem to think that it might be a herb or something like that, so smoked herbs into the dressing.
Well, I'm second guessing myself here because it's a DIY gravity smoke generator and it creates a dense, concentrated, thick milk of smoke. And the smoke compounds, they love fat. So as soon as you put the oil in there, it binds straight to the oil almost instantly upon contact. But I thought they had little tiny like wood chips in the top. But you've since informed me it might be something else.
I thought it was weed and that guy looks really stoned. Either way, it's fucking cool.
So if you look at it in terms of flavour, it creates a thick, bitter-like tar profile that almost is like an ashtray. It's not pleasant. It's not a really nice, pleasant barbecue smoky flavour. But I'm wrong. I think you're right. I think this is a marijuana-inspired olive oil that's going on a dressing. Oh, I'm wrong.
Well, look, not everyone lives in the nanny state of Australia where everything's illegal. So, I mean, it could be cannabis cooking here. You never know. And if it's not, it should be.
But would it work with little wood chips, you reckon?
Oh, it definitely would if you wanted some flavoured smoke for sure.
Okay, well, I feel kind of like really naive now that I watch this back.
That's all right, mate. You've had to turn a blind eye by the sounds of it.
Oh, dear. Well, I don't know. Would you want that?
Hell yeah. I'd try it now.
It'd be one of those things that went, oh, I shouldn't have had the second salad.
Yeah, that's it.
Now I can't walk home.
Yeah, this isn't working. I'll have another helping, thanks.
On to some news, and it's not really news. It's kind of like a little bit depressing, to be honest. So over Christmas, I went on holidays, and then every time I got on my feed over holidays, I just felt like another restaurant or another business that's in hospitality was announcing that they're closing.
I mean, it's the way of the beast now, isn't it?
So after about a week or so, I'm like, wow, I started to take some screenshots because they just kept coming. We follow, obviously, a lot of hospitality and food businesses. And then every time I open my feed, again, another message, another restaurant closing their doors. And they just kept coming. So I'm flicking through message after message here from butcher shops, music lounges, restaurants, barbecue joints, even festivals. And I think the new year has been a bit of a breaking point for some businesses saying to themselves, how long do we want to keep doing this?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, it's business at the end of the day. You can't continuously run a failing business if it's just not coming back in the door.
Yeah, or you're not making any money.
Oh, that's it. There's a lot of businesses that don't make money, mate. They just literally breaking even is a win for them.
So this image right here, it sums it up. And it was an image posted by the Dusty Knuckle, and they are a bakery, a really good bakery based in the UK. And it's a very cool visual representation about where the money goes in making a loaf of bread. And it's a fantastic illustration of a loaf of bread cut up into sections. They've got little signs in each of the parts of the loaf of bread to illustrate where the money goes when you buy a loaf of bread. And it was to justify having to put their prices up. So the loaf of bread is broken up into the costs of staff, ingredients, running costs, which can be rent and utilities. Then there's maintenance, and there's a tiny slither at the end for rainy day savings, and that's a bakery. So it got me thinking, right? In the last 5 years, the ingredients that it takes to make an artisan loaf of bread have gone up about 42%. That's just the raw ingredients. But compared to a brisket, the cost of the raw ingredients of cooking brisket for a barbecue joint has gone up 78%. So if you're comparing a loaf of bread to brisket, brisket has doubled.
Fucking oath it has.
So the cost of the ingredients, which is mainly meat, isn't really leaving anything behind at all for profit, savings, or maintenance. And people are already complaining that barbecue's too expensive.
I mean, a lot of business owners would not be, you know, if they're doing all the graft themselves, they're getting rid of that staff one and, you know, slamming in the fixing and building shit in their wage pocket. So
they're moving things around here. I think people are being creative to try and stay into business and just really hope that they can get through the winter.
yeah, bloody oath.
So, in Texas alone, Buzzy's Barbecue shut its doors in August last year. In 2010, they tied for #1 brisket in Texas, awarded by Texas Monthly. They won Barbecue Pitmasters Texas Champion on Season 3 against Ernest Cervantes from the Burnt Bean Co. It was voted Best Barbecue in Kerrville for 28 consecutive years. They closed the doors.
That's telling.
Brick's Barbecue in Fort Worth. They were serving some exceptional barbecue, but basically said the landscape had changed since they started in 2017. They got an honorable mention in the most recent 2025 Texas Monthly Top 50 list. They made great barbecue. Brett's Barbecue Shop was a Texas Monthly Top 50 barbecue joint on the 2021 list, and in 2025 it got an honorable mention. The Houston Chronicle called it a top 5 barbecue destination in Houston. They cited rising costs as a reason for closing.
Oh, that's it. If there's no money coming in, I mean, especially if you're borrowing money to fuel the business at times, I mean, any financial advisor and accountant's just going to look at the books and say, nah, that's it. It's over.
Brotherton's Black Iron Barbecue in Pflugerville, Texas, issued a public plea in early January 2026 stating that they are on the brink of closure and asking the community for support to help them to get through the slow winter season. It is also a Texas Monthly Top 50 barbecue joint from 2021.
Yeah, right.
These are good barbecue joints.
They're really good barbecue joints.
Now, thankfully, ever since that plea from Brotherton's, people have come out in droves and supported them, and they've had a crazy couple of weeks, and hopefully they are back on their feet. I guess the point is, don't take your favourite barbecue joint for granted.
Don't take your anything local for granted because, I mean, the supermarkets over here are out there to just squash everything. I mean, capitalism kills community, so if you want it, make the most of it.
Yeah. Prices are going up everywhere. Unfortunately, barbecue joints are going to have to raise their prices for the reasons that we mentioned in this little segment here, but we really hope that you do get out and support them because they don't really need to cry out and say, we're going to go broke for you to get out and support them.
You've really got to swallow your pride to come out and plead for help too. So a lot of these people are, you know, doing this very uncomfortably but very grateful for these outcomes being turned around.
Yeah, and it's fantastic to see that people are, whoa, I actually really like this place. I need to go support it.
Yeah, that's it.
Because sometimes people take businesses that have been around for a long time for granted. They're like, oh, I'll go next week or the week after or the month after. And the next thing you know, a whole year's passed and you haven't been there because you're busy with the next shiny thing. And it's a good reminder to go, hey, what are those joints that I really did like? Have I been there lately? Maybe I should go back.
That's it. Next time you're about to jump in the Macca's drive-thru or something like that, just don't. And just pull into your local takeaway joint, take an extra 5-10 minutes, support them. I mean, Macca's can afford to not fucking take your money, but the locals can't.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Let's move on to meet the Pitmasters.
Oh, yeah. On a lighter note, let's get out of the doom and gloom and look at some people that are kicking the goals.
So I want you to meet a man named Luke Unrein. He is the Pitmaster at Saucy Luke's Craft Barbecue.
They look like a happy bunch there.
So Luke presents the West Valley Barbecue Festival. He calls it the greatest show in smoke in Surprise, Arizona, just outside of Las Vegas.
Yeah, I remember Kendrick talking about this and he kept saying Surprise, Arizona. It's just like, man, you've said you're going to Arizona a few times now. No one's surprised anymore, but it's actually the name of the town.
You didn't know that at the time?
No, I was just like, dude, you've already said Surprise, Arizona is where I'm going. He's like, yeah, we get it, bro. And then I realised that was the name of the town.
So it features some of the top barbecue vendors in Arizona, a 25-team amateur rib competition, pig races for charity. It features local reggae and rock musicians, and it was their second festival, and they do them annually.
Yeah, cool.
So he said that he'll be throwing another one in April with professional bullfighting. Not bull riding, bullfighting.
Yeah, right.
That's what he said. I don't know if he got that wrong, but bullfighting would be cool.
Oh, I don't know. They've banned it in most countries for a reason because it's pretty gory.
It is, but I'm thinking of the ones where those people put themselves in those inflatable balls and then the bulls have at them.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool. A big Zorb ball.
So Kendrick Barbecue was a judge. Jonathan Barbecue was there as well, and he says they are helping to put Arizona on the barbecue map.
Surprise!
He also sent us this. Let's watch.
2026, baby! Going and starting with a bang! Let's go!
Watch your toes. Let's go.
So from what I can gather, Titus Smokers is custom designing a pit for Luke. From the firebox to the baffle to the airflow, everything will be custom, and it's going to be custom painted. It's going to be wild, bro, he says. This pit is going to be special. Came to me in a dream, dog. That's what he says. So it's going to be themed from a World War II P-40 Warhawk fighter bomber.
Sick.
That's a cool theme, hey?
That's very cool.
So this is the actual sketch that he put together, and it will be painted in the iconic Flying Tigers livery.
Amazing.
I like the little bombs as the door weights.
That's a super cool idea.
Pretty cool, hey?
Rad.
So we can't wait to see it finished, Luke. Keep sending in the photos, mate. We want to follow your journey. To be honest, it looks like it's going to be like something from American Chopper.
Oh, get out. You're finished. You're fired.
You're not doing this very good. Get out! You're finished!
Who watches it? Me or him?
Well, it's about 15 years ago. It happened a long time ago. Let's move on to Facebook Marketplace here.
Gift that keeps on giving.
So a couple of weeks ago, we talked about a couple of dual big rig truck smokers that were at a restaurant called Klinger's Real Barbecue in Wisconsin in the USA. And obviously my phone has been listening to me.
Fucking oath. It doesn't even have to listen to you anymore. It just pops up.
Well, the Temu version popped up in the comments, in one of our posts, in the comments by John Neville. And he says, for sale, spread the word. Kenworth smoker for sale, a real money maker for festivals and a showstopper at any event.
I think it's funny that it's a wheel-mounted smoker, yet it's on a trailer as well.
It's got a wheel on top of a wheel.
Yeah.
So can you imagine how big meat stock could be if we had this at our event?
Oh, yeah.
People would come from around the corner.
Yeah, wouldn't they?
So there was no link posted, no price, no details. His name is John Neville. If you're keen, hit him up on Facebook. I don't even know how you find him. He just left this in our comments.
Yeah, right. And if you're not keen, hit him with the, is it still available? And the thumbs up.
You'll just have to cut and paste the yes all the time.
That's it. Oh, you can auto-respond.
We're going to move on to a topic we haven't done for a while, and it's called Guess the Price.
Guess the price, the segment that becomes irrelevant with hiking inflation.
So I'm going to give you a photo to look at, and you've got, I don't know, like 20, 30 seconds to kind of do some math in your head and guess the price.
Okay.
Ready?
Ready. So what do we got here? We've got a few different arrangements of steak. Is that some tuna? And then some burger patties. So what do we got? We've got a dozen steaks, probably 2 dozen burger patties. Oh, geez. It looks pretty good. So, I don't know, maybe 150 US?
150 US, right. So it was posted by Incompatible92, and he says, I had a door-to-door salesman come by today with a truck full of meat, and I ended up buying the following. How much do you think I paid? That's what he asked. That's what he asked everybody. So apparently, and by the way, it's all frozen, there was 6 Wagyu New York strip steaks, 6 ahi tuna sushi grade fillets, and 15 Kobe beef patties. How much do you say you paid again?
150.
270 USD.
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, now that you sort of reel off that it's, Kobe beef and Wagyu steak. But yeah, the tuna looks a bit sort of bricky.
So he even posted a picture of the truck itself that came to his house. And he asks, is E-Prime Cuts a shady company? Did I get ripped off? And he said, it seemed very unofficial and off the books. I got no order number or a receipt. And everybody in the comments universally said, yes, he got ripped off. I mean, you reckon he should have only paid $150?
Yeah, well, that's it. But old mate's got to put his profit margin in there too for driving it around. And I mean, these free freezers don't pay for themselves.
So, I mean, if they really are Kobe beef patties, and Kobe is a very select type of beef from the Hyogo prefecture in Japan, then you've got a steal. But most likely, it's probably just domestic Wagyu. Also, too, there's no such thing as sushi-grade tuna.
Yeah, that's where I was a bit confused.
It's a marketing term.
Yeah, I mean, once it's been frozen, it's pretty much not good to be served as sashimi anyway, isn't it?
No, I think you can still defrost it, but I don't think there's any legal definition or grading system that would make it sushi grade.
Yeah,
so you can just say what you want, basically.
This guy's been sucked right in. He got sick of selling used cars, and now he's peddling meat.
So, in my estimate, this is my guess, each of those Wagyu New York strips is about $15, and the ahi tuna fillets are about $7 each, and the Kobe beef patties I would estimate at $10 each. I don't think they're Kobe at all.
Yeah, but $10 for a patty's still pretty rich.
Okay, so let's be clear. They're a Kobe style. They've got nothing to do with Kobe beef. If they were, you'd be paying up to $100 USD a patty if it was real Kobe beef. This is like a Kobe style, which is basically either Japanese or American Wagyu. So I have given them the benefit of the doubt here that these are a really, really good grade of Wagyu and valued them at 10 USD. So I acknowledge that that's pretty expensive, but let's just assume that this is a really expensive grade of Wagyu.
Yep.
So if my maths is correct, it all adds up to $282 USD, and he paid $270.
Well, then you're on the money.
But that's assuming it is what they say it is.
Yeah, it's probably Melteek beef.
I'm sure you can get this way cheaper at Costco or elsewhere, and maybe you can buy it not frozen for that cheaper price, but I guess you're paying for the convenience. Like you said before, the guy's getting in his truck, driving around, it's right at your doorstep, no fuss. I don't know, it's debatable. It definitely doesn't look like $270 worth of meat though, does it?
Well, it doesn't look like 400 Australian, that's for sure.
No, it doesn't. But, you know, it's frozen and it's cryovac and it's very, very hard to tell the quality, and I guess for the customer too, you've just got to take the word of the salesperson.
That's exactly right.
Let's move on to products. Now, you've got a fancy hat on today. What does that say? Very Trump-esque.
Meek, hot sauce, great again.
So it was sent to us by Jibbers. They are a great sauce, and they have sent us a commercial-sized bottle of hot honey. Did you take the last batch? Where did the hot honey go that they gave us last time?
I pretty much used it in a recipe, and he messaged me saying, I'm surprised that bottle's still going, and I mentioned that was the last of it, and this bad boy showed up.
He does good hot honey, right?
Good hot honey. There's Carolina Reaper in this one, and I've just undone the lid, and it looks like all the chili has risen to the top, and it is potent.
So, speaking of Jibbers, you've got a bit of an announcement to make.
Yes, we are going to be bringing out a under-seasoned barbecue and Jibbers hot sauce collaborative barbecue sauce.
What? We're going to have our own sauce?
We are going to have our own sauce. We haven't finalised the product yet. He's going to send us some samples in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, you're going to be able to get yourself some under-seasoned hot sauce. It's not going to be too hectic just because we know we've got people that don't like hot stuff around. And yeah.
Nah, send it.
All right then. You heard that, Jibber. Send it.
I'll put less on.
But yeah, so yeah, that's going to be available via his website and that sort of thing. But jump online. He does some awesome collabs and all his sauces are great that I've tried, and going to use some on the menu later too. So more on that when we get to it. But yeah, Jibbers hot honey, fucking best one I've had.
All right, we haven't done this for a while. Moving on, it is Rate My Barbecue.
Jesus.
It's the Daniel Vaughan of Rating of Barbecue online, one and only Cy Luxton, number one rater. You probably rated more barbecue online than anyone else.
I don't know. I'm definitely the Temu version anyway. Let's put it this way. I've rated more visually than I've eaten.
You've got to talk yourself up a little bit here.
Nah, mate, that's not what we do here. We're under season, bro.
This one was sent in to us by Char Grill Smoke. His name is Corey Stanbury, and he does Central Texas backyard barbecue.
Wow.
He's cooked this in his backyard. He says, I'd like to submit this cook for Rate My Barbecue. I smoked the brisket, the turkey breasts, and ribs on my char griller traditional offset using post oak, and I grilled the chicken wings on my kettle with charcoal and post oak. My family bought the sides, and the sauces were by Meat Mitch.
Ooh, the old Meat Mitch sauces. Good gear, them.
What's the score going to be?
Righto, I like the fact that he separate the drums from the flats for people that are fence sitters on what side of the wing is their favourite. Me, I just love it all. Got the napkins at the back there. Look, I think the sides are store-bought, aren't they? Or are they being
Well, the
homemade
family
too?
brought him. I don't know, you're going to judge him for his family sides now, are you?
Fucking oath I am, mate. Dude, you know, this isn't J Rate My Barbecue. No, look, it's a cracking plate of food. Oh, look, you're looking at the high eights. Let's go on 8.8.
That's high.
Two fat ladies.
8.8. So you've obviously taken the sides out of the equation, I would say. And some of those drumsticks, look, a bit of char on those.
Yeah, it's still bark, though.
He said, this was my first full barbecue platter attempt, and I'm proud of how it came together. I'm already planning on how to make my next one even better. Shout out to Brandon Hurtado from Hurtado Barbecue for all the tips. He's been coached by Goat.
Yeah, right. So if I had known that at the start, well, you're hiding this info, mate. But no, I love the turkey breast in the
let
middle.
it influence you. You got to judge a book by its cover.
Yo, you think Daniel Vaughan goes in blind? No, they pull out all the trimmings for him now.
8.8, huge score, monster score.
Yeah, I'm pretty generous, mate.
Let's move on to our mailbox. And right behind me is a book that was sent to us by our good friend Matty O'Brien from Matty's Chop Shop in Cardiff in the UK. He's got his own book out now. It's pretty cool. It's right behind me.
It's super cool, man, and it is a visual delight.
So it's a coffee table book. You might call it like a photo essay, and it's of Matty's BBQ Chop Shop. So it's all the real cool photos of the chop shop, and it's one of those books that you buy and you leave on the coffee table and you flick through, and it's got some great photos.
Well, the thing is that makes this an even more of an achievement is they've got this book assembled on the one sunny day of the year in Wales.
Can this guy get any cooler?
I don't know, man. He's pretty up there, isn't he?
Let's move on to the recipe of the week here. What do we got?
Mate, all that talk about chicken wings last week, we're going to go some V-wings, buddy.
V-wings?
Yeah, mate. It's just the fact that they take the flap off and they keep the drum and the flap together, and I just like that little bit of skin between them because the way we're going to do them, that's going to get nice and crispy.
Right, because I don't like that little bit because it's not crispy, but you're going to crispy it, are you?
Yeah, mate. We're doing smoked then fried.
Okay, what are the ingredients?
Righto. So we're just giving it just a good coating with some JDQ sweet garlic rub. I just wanted something, I guess, just a little bit not too hectic, but just a nice rounded flavour. We've given them a liberal coating. It's almost a bit of a dry brine we've treated it as because we've let them sit in the fridge for about 2 hours. Now, while they're sort of doing that, I've made a bit of a ranch dressing. I've taken some of this Big Wicks barbecue rub, and it's a smoked jalapeno ranch mix. And if you add that with mayonnaise and a little bit of milk, you get a beautiful smoked jalapeno ranch, and that's what we're going to dip them in. So because we've had a few technical difficulties in the studio today, we've had to pull out the old Weber Smoky Mountain here. That's what it is, isn't it?
Yes, so somebody left the Traeger out in a pretty bad storm, and when we got in this morning, it wouldn't boot up, but thankfully it's dried out. We put it in the sun, and she's come good again.
It's come good at the end of the cook. So yeah, we'll be back on it firing on all pellet fueled cylinders next week. But yeah, so fired up. I mean, this was very nostalgic for me. I learnt to barbecue over 10 years ago on a bullet smoker that was, funnily enough, handed down to me by you. So yeah, we've got the wings on there. We're just sort of doing them nice and low. Like we've got the water bath full, so they're not getting over 225. They've smoked for probably an hour and a half to 2 hours just to make sure.
Well, that's a long cook.
It is a pretty long cook. Yeah, normally I would have put them in the Traeger nice and low on the super smoke function. Anyway, back to it. We've got our oil sitting up over 300 Fahrenheit there, nice and hot to get the wings in. We've dipped them in. We haven't let them rest. We've just thrown them straight in so they stay nice and warm in the middle. We've fried them up until they've got a nice bit of crispiness about them, and yeah, we're going to hit them with some Jibbers Confit garlic buffalo sauce, and then we're going to dip it in the jalapeno ranch.
Right, okay, let's bring it out. I am hungry.
No celery sticks, I'm afraid.
You broke the rule.
Chow. Look at the colour on them. They're pretty good.
They look great.
All right, now the pièce de whatever they fucking say.
So what do you got there?
Jibbers Confit garlic buffalo sauce.
Do you dunk the wing that's in the sauce into the other sauce at the same time?
Yeah.
Double sauce?
Yeah, let's double sauce it.
Cheers. Let's do this first before we double sauce it because I'm going to try it with just the jibbers on it first.
Cheers. Same. I'm going to do the flat.
So tender.
Chack and wangs.
It's got some heat to it.
Yeah, I just read the label. Didn't tell you.
Smoked and fried. It's a winner.
Smoked and fried.
Fuck, I'm going to get the hiccups now.
Oh, yeah.
So everyone's all about the double fried, but there's merit to the smoked and fried.
Man, that combo, the jalapeno ranch with the confit garlic fucking buffalo, it's a winner.
You did that on the drummy?
Yep.
And was that on the bottle to do that, or did you just make that up?
No, it was on the bottle. So there's 3 recommendations on the bottle. There's
So good.
make yourself a ranch dip, which is just sour cream and the rub. Then if you want like more of a ranch sauce, you use mayonnaise and a bit of milk. It said buttermilk, but we didn't have any of that. And then you can also just pour it straight on your veggies and that sort of thing.
I know I've got this all over my face, but I give no fucks.
So good. Let's finish this off so we can towel them up for the football.
Rightio. Is it a popular thing or not, the old smoked then fried? I think you're going to see a lot more of it, I reckon.
I reckon. Because
Right.
sometimes you technically you burn the wing if you just rely on just frying it.
So in the future, I would rather have a buffalo than a ranch. A buffalo than a ranch. Hot, cool me down. Hot, cool me down. It's a perfect combo, right? Because they're so tasty, you just keep eating them and the heat is there.
Oh, mate, it's a builder. But also, too, there's not much relief from that ranch because it's full of jalapeno.
It's true too.
Also, too, before
It's a visual relief.
Well, that's it. But also, too, before we cooked them wings, I dipped my finger in the top of that hot honey and it was pretty much all the chili had risen to the top. It was all hot, no honey.
All right, let's move on to our fuck up of the week and let's wrap this show up. It was posted by Bob Compton and he says, 6 hours after putting a brisket on the smoker, this is what I woke up to on Christmas Day.
Oh, no. Looks like a snapping turtle.
He says it was an unrecoverable mess. So it's a $108 hunk of beef, 21 pounds of ruin, he says. There was an ERH code on the digital display, error. I've been doing this for 20 years, he says, and I've never experienced this kind of failure from a smoker. Everybody that works for Pit Boss is about to know my name. That's what he says. He goes heavy.
Fucking clean your smoker, bro. Like that shit up the back wall there, that hasn't happened.
So on a personal note, if you have a temp probe in and you set an alarm and if you're watching it, you'll get an error. But he's obviously went to bed or whatever he did. He wasn't keeping an eye on it. I think every barbecue, you've got to keep an eye on it. You've got to go check it. And I think you're right. I think maybe you got to clean your barbecue. This isn't all the barbecue's fault. Yes, maybe there's something to do with the barbecue erroring here, but maybe there was a fat fire.
Yeah, I think I've mastered my day before cooking technique because the beauty of the Traegers is they come with the old keep warm function. So it'll sit at your 70 degrees, 65, 70 degrees. So what you do, you cook during the day when you're watching it and then you wrap it. You do however you want to do it. I put it in a foil tray so there's not going to be any fat leaking out. I wrap it in tallow and then I just keep it on keep warm overnight. So it's literally being held for minimum 12 hours before you serve it, and it's heaps better. Like if you're cooking overnight, you don't sleep. You're paranoid that you're missing your alarm. You're paranoid that it's burning. You don't get a good night's sleep at all. But I find that if you're doing your holding overnight, you can rest a lot easier and have better brisket the next day anyway.
Yeah, that's good advice. And look, I would say if you're not monitoring it and you're going to bed and you're just thinking it's all going to be fine and you've bought a relatively inexpensive smoker, maybe that's your fault.
Yeah.
That's the risk you take with any barbecues. Offsets, bullet smokers, pellets are no different, especially when dealing with cheaper models. You've got to keep your eye on your barbecue.
Bloody oath you do.
That wraps up this episode.
Yeah, mate. Episode 68, all done and dusted. Good one next week. The old dinner for two with a view. And, yeah, thanks for making it this far, guys. I don't think either of us have taken our eyes off those wings. We just want to finish them right off.
Yeah,
and
I'm going to smash them.
Yeah. So, yeah, thanks for your support. Like, subscribe, do all the things. And what do we say?
See you next Tuesday.